G'day, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Demonstrator in Australia. I hope you've had a lovely week. I finally have a beautiful sunshiny day and my sheets are flapping on the line. I think my video is live. Just give me 2 seconds to make sure we are not upside down. We're not upside down. I think I've got it worked out after a couple of weeks. Yay! Okay, hello Miss Bev, hello Miss Cheryl, how are you? Great to have you here and everything working. So I was expecting an order today to arrive at my door that had my paper bouquet kit in it. Unfortunately, I did not get said order. So what I thought I would make with you today is a card using the Thankful Garden stamp set. So this is a new online exclusive stamp set that was released in March. Okay, so I used this stamp set to make my swaps that I gave to some very special people at Onstage. I didn't make too many. Sorry, I'm just getting it out of the plastic here. And this is the card that I made. So I thought I kind of did do special stuff, but kind of didn't do special stuff with the hydrangea. And I just want to show you how I kind of made it look all cohesive, because the colors that I used, actually, they're kind of together, but they're not. So Petunia Pop and Fresh Freesia, they work really quite well together. But I added into the mix some Highland Heather. So I wanted to show you with the masks how I made that all nice and cohesive. Okay, so that's my plan today. And the green that I used is Shy Shamrock. So I just used one green on the card. So who else do we have here? Hello, Miss Ida. I'm glad you like the card, Cheryl, because I do believe you may have a real life card in person. Not that Cheryl was at Onstage with me, but I did send her one of these cards in the mail and she loved it. So I made these cards for my roommates and a couple of other special people that I saw at Onstage, because the masking does take a little bit of time, as you'll see today, but totally 1000% worth it. So let's flip around and get started. Oh, what I also wanted to tell you was on this card, the DSP is Country Woods and Woven Textures. Cool, awesome. Seeing everything is working. I just want to change this chat to live chat, then I don't miss anything. I hope you guys saw my Tuesday video. It was all about the last chance list. So the current 2024-2025 annual catalogue now has a lot of products that are in retirement mode, which means they have flipped over to the last chance list and are available while stocks last, and a lot of them do have great discounts on those products. And also the January to April 2025 catalogue has a number of products that are doing exactly the same thing. So make sure you head to my online store, go to the last chance list. Now I know a lot of people have had problem getting that last chance list to populate. So down on the left hand side you've got filters and you can choose which catalogs products you want to see, and I find that filter works really well, and it's what I used in my last chance video on Tuesday. So hopefully that does help you. If you need any help with any of those products, please just ask, but we're going to use an online exclusive today. I did use a retiring product on the very quick card I made on Tuesday. Hey Shaz, how are you? Hello Miss Margine. So we are going to flip around and I'm going to start making the Thankful Garden card. Now let's see how I go today. I'm hoping that works. So let's see how I go. We will find out in a few seconds. I'm just going to grab the overhead light and I shall be back. Did Yvonne go, David? Oh. Ooh. I decided for a second there we were going to work in the dark, but I have fixed that now. Whoops, yay. Okay, my little flip worked today. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I love thumbs more. I love subscribers. I am very, very close to 3,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Okay, I need to zoom out. Probably about there, I think. I can't see my screen. Come on, please. Sorry, my computer's being painful. That looks pretty awesome to me. Okay. And maybe a titch this way and we're fine. Just a couple of little wiggle waggles. Okay, so as well as the Thankful Garden stamp set, I'm going to have to find the Thankful Garden masks. Here we go, Thankful Garden masks. So pop the rest of those away. So I do have a very good home there. Got that. I need some brushes. So they're my pink ones. They're not quite going to work for me. They're my neutrals. Where are my purples, guys? They are my greens. I will need those down eventually. And these ones must be my purples. Perfect. And then I will just need a piece of basic white cardstock. Hey, Gina. Welcome to your first time live. We are very, very happy to have you here. Now, I'm only going to need 2 brushes for this because our Fresh Freesia and our Petunia Pop are actually close enough in colour that I can use one brush for both of them. So, yes. Well, thank you for welcoming Gina. Okay, basic white cardstock. I knew what I was making. I just didn't have anything prepared. And I will need to find my little roll of masking tape or low-tack tape. Okay, so the Thankful Garden decorative masks, there are a number of them. And we may or may not use all of them today. I can't remember which ones I use. And I do need to stamp the image, but that's okay. So I'll need this one. I'll need number 2, and I'll need number 3, and I'll need these 2. I'll actually use all of them because the greenery is on both. Perfect. Okay. So we're going 1 through to 5 on our masks. Now, let's get this. Now, because I am not doing any blending with our Stampin' Blends, I'm actually going to stamp this in Stays On Ink. Good morning, Nicole. How are you? I can tell you afternoon here is a bit of a glorious day outside. David's been outside doing some tidying up. I do want a scrap piece. So I'm going to pop that there. Just one scrap piece because I want this to be a really nice, lovely image. So I want to ink it up and try it once. And then the second time should be the charm. That is just going to stay there like that. That's actually not too bad. Now, it is extra sticky ink that I'm going to push all the way over here. Just going to make sure this is inked up really well. I've got my rhythm now. And go straight on to here. Just going to make sure I'm putting pressure everywhere, and what will be, and that is a really nicely stamped image. So because I don't want this moving around my craft space, I am eventually going to be able to move this. Hello, Miss Glenna. How are you? Long time no see. Hey, Lisa. How are you? Okay. Now, is anyone experiencing the tornadoes at the moment? I know there's been a lot of things happening. Okay. I finally got this going, and I just want a piece like this because I just want to secure down this piece of paper, just like so. And then I am going to take, if I can rip this off. Yes, I am using my teeth, so please forgive me. Oh, ice storms. Oh my God, Lisa. That is not good. Okay, so we're starting with the Thankful Garden mask number 1. Now, could I use a mark and everything? Yes, I could. Now, if I was smart, when you get it, you get it. Now, this one goes over here, I think. Oh, look at that. By George, she's got it. So I'm going to mask this here because I'm going to need this one more than once. And I'll explain at the end. Okay, so this mask isn't going anywhere. Is it perfectly lined up? No. Is it good enough? Yes. Okay, so the colour I'm going to start with is Fresh Freesia. Okay, you're probably there going, Ellen, that doesn't look anything like Fresh Freesia. I know. Okay, I do need to do a bit of a test and just see how much ink I have on this. Oh, not too much at all. That shouldn't contaminate anything. Okay, so I do want to just pop this off a little bit. Now, I'm kind of more worried about getting a fairly even layer. So I'm really happy with what I've done just there because we've just got a layer of colour. I will be coming back to use this layer again. So just pulling this up, and this one I'm actually going to put aside because as I just said, I will be using it again. Now, I'm not worried that I went over the mask at all because I'll be die cutting it out, as you can see from the original card. Now, Glenna, I do need to apologise. There's no dottage on this card. I obviously wasn't channeling my inner Glenna when I made this card. I do humbly apologise. Okay, there's one piece. I now have two pieces. So we're coming in with mask number 2, and we were pretty much sideways before. So I can pretty much line this up. Okay, so I can wiggle it into place here, and that's good. So my fresh freezer I'm going to leave open because it's just going to work. So Petunia Pop, so this is darker than the fresh freezer, and they are kind of going to melt into each other because they're pretty much color buddies. So I can be a little bit heavy-handed. So really I haven't put that much ink on, but it is going to dry back. So you've got to remember, this one I have done ages ago. Oh, wow. So snow so late in the season. Isn't it meant to be like spring break? Not let's have some snow? It doesn't sound right to me. Oh, thank you for the forgiveness, Miss Glenna. Okay, so I'm taking these pieces of tape off because I can reuse them. So you can already see the difference of how these will actually dry back, because I was quite worried. The original one that I did, it was a very, very soft blend, and I went, oh, for the second time, I think I'm going to go in with a softer blend, a heavier blend, and did actually work really well. Okay. So, as I said, these are easy to line up. Once I remembered it was on an angle. It wasn't up and down. And I like that it's on an angle because it does completely cover our leafage, which is great. So I'm not going to need my Petunia Pop again. Whoops. And I will be changing brushes as well, because these are definitely more of a pink purple, where our Highland Heather is a blue purple. So I just want to try and keep these colors from not contaminating. So you can see this is more of my blue purple. Yeah. So you can see, I'm so sorry, I moved the whole mat on you here. So there we go. Hopefully that is right. Yes, I've got this very, very last detailed mask here. So it doesn't take long. And you can go light, you can go dark. It's up to you. So this is really going to darken up these areas and just really keep some beautiful detail. So I am done. Like that is how the masks are designed. Hey Sue, how are you? Sue, you're perfectly on time. I'm not finishing today. So you can see, and you're there probably going, oh my God, Ellen, those colours are all wrong and different. They are, but I am now going to come back in with our first mask. And this part is really going to blend those colours together. So there's not so much of a difference in the colours. Oh, nice. People are knowing each other. I like this. So does that mean you've met in person, Glenna? Because that's pretty cool. I love it when my Stampin' peeps have met in person. Okay, that's fine. That will work. Okay, so I want to close up my Highland Heather, and I want to come back to my fresh freezer. So I'm going to pop that. I'm just going to do a titch of mopping up here. There we go. Back with our fresh freezer, but also I'm going to give this brush, yeah, that's a lot heavier in color this time. So just take some of this excess ink off. Okay, so going to come back in with our fresh freezer and go over the whole image. Oh, that's so cool, Glenna. So going to go over the whole image, and this really does bring all the colors back together, and it really bridges the gap in the colors. Okay, thinking I'm wanting a little extra in the middle. So you think you're adding more than what you are, but for this bit, and we've got to think, this is dried back. I may have gone heavier handed on this. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so finished with these. So I just make sure I go back and do everything. That is my real tip. Look, it's nothing special, but hopefully you can see from where we were at that the colors now don't have as much of a difference in the flowers. Now, I actually may have gone super heavy-handed, but we will see how it dries back, because I have added a fair bit of ink. So now I am going to play with our leaves, and I'm just going to use one ink, which is, look at that, I've even created a perfect mask for myself. How awesome is that? But I also use my eyes, and I don't totally trust that corner. It is, but it dries back. So I'm just getting some more tape, so just excuse me for a second. Okay, so I just want to cover up these bottom flowers, but it looks like I've gone out of the lines, which is totally fine. Totally fine. Okay. Gentle, please. Sorry, there are glasses on the bench, and David just hit the two of them together. Oh, I cannot open the Shy Shamrock ink. There we go. Oh, please excuse me for a second, guys. I'm going to have to use my scissors as a titch of leverage here. There we go. So I just pop them in and turn. Oh, you've met another famous Lisa, Glenna. Just take this fresh freezer ink off, just so we're not contaminating everything. These are my greens, and I have no idea which one I used. We shall find out when I open it. I'm pretty sure I used this one. We shall find out, shall we not? Okay. So, oh, I've got no colour in this one, I don't think. Lucky it's green and it wouldn't have made much of a difference. Yes, that is the right color. Now, for this whole image, I am actually going to use a light hand and just build this color up. Because I'm only using the one color of ink, I want a light layer for the bottom, and then I'm going to go in heavier for the detail. So I'm actually really happy with that. I'm going to pull these off, and I love that my actual piece of cardstock has not moved at all. So you can see already that this is drying back. May I have gone too heavy-handed? Yes. Where's my last mask? It's hiding. It slid under my mat. So I can use this right here. Is that going to reach? Yes, it is. Great. And this one is a little twisted, but we shall work it out. That goes right there. Okay, we are nice and secure. And what I did when I was doing these, because they were a swap, I was doing it production line style. So I did all the stamping at once. I did each mask one at a time. And it just made the process really, really easy. Okay, I have done that. So that is all of my masking done. Oh, hello, Glenda. Sorry, did I miss someone coming in? No. Oh, hey, Deborah. How are you? Sorry, I didn't see you there I don't know if I've missed anyone. Oh, there you are, Glenda. You came in between quite a flurry of comments. Thank you, girls, for saying hello, so then I don't miss anybody. Okay, there we go. That is our flower. So I haven't been quite prepared, and I haven't got these dies out. I also haven't got my DSP out, the country woods and the woven textures. But we can do all this together. Oh, my dear word. So, something fancy encircled in nature. Nope, nope. Starlight shapes, not beautiful butterflies, not bright skies, not mini alphabets. Thankful garden. There we go. There we go. So, I was, Deborah, absolutely. So the good thing is with these dies, you can spotlight some flowers. So let me show you what I mean here. So we can spotlight and cut out some flowers. Now I've got to find where this is on here. This is the fun bit. But we can't more of these ones. No. You can spotlight some flowers. If anyone knows which flowers, or will you just trust me? I don't know if I'd trust myself, but you know, thinking this is like the outside, because it feels like it would be the outside. No. I'm trying well, but this one does cut out some of the flowers, but I am just not patient enough to work out which one it is. So I'm going to take our big die and we are going to die cut this out, creating a bit of a fort off to the side, but that's okay. My plates, my machine. Lower center, Lisa says. Oh, okay. It helps if I take this off. Okay. Okay, so once I die cut this out, I'm going to go to that lower center, Lisa, and we're going to see. Not that I don't trust you, I want to find it, but I hadn't found it before I went to show you. That's the only thing. Okay, so we need our plates. So we're using the base plate, which is number 1, number 2, and my number 3 cutting plate. And this is easy enough to line up. So lower center. That's looking pretty good. Sorry, I'm a bit off screen here, but you will see it as I go through. Okay, there we go. Ah, yes. Oh, you kept them in a pack. That is actually a fantabulous idea, because we do have a couple of little extra bits to add detail. So I think these little ones are for here, and these two are for these flowers. So we do have extra bits and bobs that we can highlight with. Good afternoon, Rosemary. How are you? Okay. So I have this, it's cut out. I did go over the lines, so that's why it's probably not as perfect as what it could be. I have now decided I was definitely way too heavy-handed, but you get the gist. It's just a different look. It's not that it's good nor bad, just different. Okay, so let me grab this one. Now, Lisa is saying lower, middle. But I can't work out if I've got it upside down or not. Lower, middle. Lisa, you're going to have to tell me if I've got it upside down. Oh, that's good to hear. Ellen, colour the section on your stamp cover. Oh, on my stamp cover. No, well, that's not going to work because the stamp cover's not is shown at 75%. I found it. I got it. It's that one just there. So you can highlight that part and you can just have the 3 flowers. I got it! Yay! You know, sometimes these things just take a while. So let me see if... So they're not the huge flowers. I was trying to pick the huge flowers as well. So you can highlight that. You can cut out a number of those and have them as a second layer. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I appreciate it. Okay, so we have our focal image. Probably should have got that there as well while I had the dies out to get our little sentiment piece, but that's okay. I am now going to grab out, and I'm going to have to move things. So please excuse me for a second while I do a mini cleanup. Otherwise, everything is going to end up on the screen, which is kind of not what we need nor want. So just putting my brushes away. I do not dry off or clean off my brushes at all. So they go away like this, and then I just brush them off on either paper towel or my microfiber cloth, just to remove any excess ink and fluff them up as I go to use them. So that's kind of my process as such. Okay, pop these dudes out of the way, move our stamp, and I think I can move you guys who are currently living in my computer. Okay, oh. So you're almost there. Haven't put away my paper from Tuesday's video, but I have big boxes of paper here. So this is my woven textures, and then I wanted my country woods, so I knew they'd be right at the front, so I just wanted, oh, if I can grab it, my word. Okay, so that can go back in there. This, so Country Woods is from the mini catalogue, and the Woven Textures is an online exclusive, and you'll be pleased to know I have now put away all the paper. Hey Tess, how are you? Okay, so I used, so when I did this, I used like the calico piece of paper, and let me see if I have one that's roughly the right height. So that one is correct. Okay, so this is like the, it's got the really blonde basket weave on the back and or on the A side, and the B side is this nice fabric woven texture. I am very well, thank you, Tess. All the better for hanging out with you guys for a little bit on a Thursday. Okay, so woven textures. I've used it a heap and I love it. And now I want to choose a wood grain to go with that for the background. Now my Country Woods is pretty decimated. Is this too dark? I don't think it is. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, this is just gorgeous. So blue isn't going to work. Is that too blonde? I've lost my flower. That could work. I actually like that lighter one as compared to the darker. So I'm going to go with that wood grain. And just going to pop these back in. These Country Woods are gorgeous. And I think the papers are staying. I don't think... Oh, no problems, Gina. Thank you so much. Yes, you do now have to get this stamp set because it's a little gorgeous. And I have made a card using the other flower as well. So this is my second card using this. Okay, so let's make a card front out of this piece. I think, oh, I love that one. think I want the green going sideways, just for something a little different. And I want to go just like so. So we've got that one. I know the sizing of that one. I just need to get the sizing of this one. So this one is, sorry, I should be measuring it on here for you. That, oh, hello, Ant. 8 centimeters across. Okay, so this we said is the right height. I just need a width of 8 centimeters or thereabouts. Now, when I was questioning earlier before I was live, just hold on. I'm hoping that's better. Oh, thank you, Tess. That's lovely. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I did edge this piece with pecan pie. I will eventually get my voice back. It went all dry all suddenly. Okay, so put these pieces back so everything is nicely organized, because I always thank my past self for being organized and doing all these things at the time, because this piece doesn't go in here. I always thank myself, because it just makes life so much easier if you do a little bit of cleaning up on the way to finishing your project, so then you can find things later on when you need them again. Except this piece really does not want to go in. All right, pull it out. Now I've lost said piece. Pull it out. Pop it in. Shove it all in. And I'm just going to pop these out of the way to the side. Okay, great. So I have these. I want to use Thankful for You Friend, and then I could always wish them a happy birthday at the same time, or write something that I'm thankful that they did for me. Okay, pecan pie, and I did want to find those textured notes dies. These are the most beautiful dies. Every die has a separate pattern, which I just love, having those separate patterns. So today I think we use the second smallest one, but whilst I fluff around just a little bit, I want to ink the edge of this cardstock. So rather than adding another mat and taking away from this beautiful wood grain, what I want to do is just press the edge of this cardstock into the ink pad, and it just gives you a nice edge hinting on another mat, but I haven't added any cardstock. Oh, thank you, Lisa. They are a bit divine. And I think I am stamping with Petunia Pop. Now, I did go really heavy-handed because this is not drying back to where it is. But the colours, still, you can still see the differentiation in the colours. But It is a little different. I did go really heavy-handed. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's just different. Now, I think I used some crumb cake for this. Let me have a look. Cardstock. Basic white. Yep. Fresh freezer for... Oh, maybe I used Petunia Pop. I think I did use Petunia Pop and crumb cake. There we go. Love having a recipe written sometimes. Crumb cake. Oh, and I've got a rather nice piece right here that I can stamp on and then cut out. So we're getting there. Our layers are getting done step by step. Okay. Here we are. Thankful for you, friend. Need a block. I'm just grabbing out any old block, picking that up. Now I know I've used this heaps, but just use my hand to make this go dull and just to help with that ink transfer. Oh no, how long ago was that, Glenda? That's so sad. Did insurance cover some of it? Yep, that's wide enough. That gives me some leeway. Are you building it back up, or was insurance able to cover some of it? I suppose it is a nice way to start from scratch. Not the right circumstances, obviously, but you can definitely start from scratch knowing what you want. And of course, there's always, if you want to replace some of the things, there is always eBay and buy swap sell sites and all of those where you may be able to pick up those lost items. So this will definitely dry back. Okay, the dye. The dye is going to be incredibly helpful. Now, I know lots of people ask about the magnet that I use. It is literally a nail magnet used for like cat's eye, whatchamacallits, things. Oh, February 2nd. Oh, so still very, very new. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't imagine. So was that part of the LA Californian fires or separate to that? I'm just trying to do the timeline in my head. It's not quite working really. My head, that is. Okay, because I've got my big machine out, that is what we shall use just to make things easier. These ants today, and it's not going to rain. It's beautiful, stunning sunshine. So I'm doing my spacing from the T in the thankful to the D in the friend, and then kind of up and down, trying at least. Now I'm assuming you're in the US, Glenda. I may be totally off. I may be totally off here of where you actually are located. Okay, so that's pretty good. Happy with that. Put that die away in a second. Can go there. The one thing I haven't done is, actually, that can properly go away. I haven't cleaned my masks, which I would love to show you really quick way how to do that. Okay, Petunia Pop card base, and ooh, pastel, and thank you very much for giving me a Petunia Pop card base. I do wonder if I need Petunia Pop cardstock. Seems like I've gone through quite a lot of this because it's such a beautiful colour. Oh, okay. So, where are the Great Smoky Mountains? Hello, Miss Cherie. Where are they located? Because my American geography is really bad. I mean, my geography isn't bad, but when you say that to me, I just kind of have no frame of reference. So let's pop these layers together. How are we going? Oh, haven't even been on an hour, guys. But I can guarantee you tomorrow morning I shall get my bouquet. So I will see how I'm running over the weekend, and I may even do a special video putting together part of the paper bouquet. I don't think I will be able to get it all together, but I can certainly do some with you just to show you how great this kit is. So that is as far even as I'm getting that. And then this layer, oh yeah, that looks great with the edging. That made a real difference. Yeah, thanks, Nicole. That's beautifully said. Definitely sending hugs. And sorry if my questions were way too personal. You are never obliged to answer them in a public forum. It's just curiosity. But I never take offense if I'm not answered. Okay, so finish with the glue. If I can get the lid back on. Okay, now I've got this. We need dimensionals on these, so they're not too much of a complicated card, but I just love the, oh, that is dry. That's really starting to dry back now. I'm really actually seeing more of a differentiation. Actually, I almost feel like holding it in front of this to see if I can get it to dry back quicker. That is kind of helping. I have just bent it a little bit, but that's okay. Lucky we are using dimensionals. Okay. Whoop. And when I share this over the next couple of days, I will share I don't know if I took a production line photo, but I definitely did take a photo of all my cards ready to be packed up. Because as you can imagine, there were quite a few. Cheryl, do you remember, Cheryl or Ida, do you remember the number of them that I actually made? Okay, sorry, I just dropped stuff on the floor because, you know, that's how we roll. So I just kind of want to get this even, sides and bottoms, as even as we can anyway. I have no understanding of how, oh, sorry. Yes, Cherie, put perfectly. Okay, so I want to put one here on the leaf and one down here on the other leaf, and then I'm just kind of going to go around and give it some love. Because it's such a large image and I am putting it on dimensionals, I don't want to be shy with the dimensionals as such. Now, there is one going in the middle there. It's probably overkill, but I am totally fine with that. Okay. I have, for some reason, I'd folded up my little bin and it wasn't where it was meant to be. Okay, so get these off. All my backing's off with my Take Your Pick tool, and this is the Crafting Editions kit to the Take Your Pick tool, and you've got this little weeding tool and you have a blade on the other end. I don't use the blade much, but I do enjoy using it, so come on, come up. That isn't quite what I wanted, but that's fine. So I don't mind the leaves and the flowers breaking the boundaries of the layers, and I think if you break the boundaries of the layers, it does actually make it more cohesive, as if the layers are all meant to be. Oh, thanks, Glenda. So let me just put a single dot of glue there just to hold down that stem. It's just wanting to pop up at the moment. Now what I might like to do is just pop that block on it for a little bit. Now, because I have used Stays On, I have thoroughly stained this stamp, but I'm absolutely fine with it. There's nothing wrong with having a stained stamp. That's better. Maybe. I think because there are dimensionals, I'm going to have to use my finger, but I'm going to grab my alcohol and we are going to clean, and then I will come back and add. That's perfect. That has tacked on now, and I'm going to clean these. So I just need the alcohol. I'm going to move the stamp set, but I just need the alcohol and a microfiber cloth. So I do go through, and I probably need to remove all of these pieces. Just part of the cleaning up process. Okay, I can create a little sticky pile over here if it wants to leave my my finger. Okay, so I just put a bit of a spray there, and I got the Stays On off my glass mat at the same time. So that's that one done. Next, so just this, I choose to use the alcohol because it does pick up everything quickly and does also dry very quickly. So I could use this straight away right now without having to do anything because it dries. It dries that quickly. We can clean and we can have everything ready to rock and roll. Done. Okay, those two are off. So this is our open image, and a little bit always goes underneath. Now, if I want to get off this piece, I can almost. Right. The tinsiest bit came off the easiest. Oh, would you believe it? Okay. So take these ones off. Hello, Susie. How are you? I am almost finished my card. I've just taken a little cleaning break just to keep my area ink free. Easier said than done, because it's normally my fingers that tell everyone I have crafted that day. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's see if this will come off in one piece. Awesome. That's the last of the masking tape. Thanks for that. Okay, so for the pieces that are a little bit more delicate, using a pouncing method is often better than doing rubbing. But I know that particular mask didn't have any pieces, so these pieces are actually all connected, but some of these ones aren't, and they do move. So they're the types of pieces that you need to be. So when I'm doing this side, I just pounce rather than rubbing, although there are a few on this side as well that aren't connected, and you don't want to interrupt their positioning, because that will obviously affect how you mask the next time you do that. So my 5 masks are now all done. I just want to grab out the third one, which is actually the first one, and pop them away. Let's see. And as I say, there are delicate bits. They get caught. Okay, that is all the way. Let's remove that. Grab out my embellishments and see what we can find in Petunia Pop. Now, the embellishments I am going to use are actually on the last chance list. So I have one Petunia Pop left in the resin dots, and I have 4 left in the shimmer gems. So the shimmer gems are going to win because I have a better number of them available. Okay, so, and these are just gorgeous. What time do I come on? So I've been on for an hour and 7 minutes, so that's 12 noon. So I go live 9 your time, but that changes on the weekend because daylight saving ends. So I can tell you that now, but it doesn't mean it's going to be correct next week, because it isn't going to be. Okay, and I kind of want some, yeah, just filling up this area here. And I've used all the Petunia Pop ones off this sheet. So there you go. Oh, thanks, Susie. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on with my camera at the moment. It's like flickering. So these are the two cards. This was my original swap. This is my heavy-handed replication because I wasn't doing a gazillion, but that's okay. So I have used the Thankful Garden stamp set along with the Thankful Garden decorative masks and the Thankful Garden dies. So you can buy these as a bundle in the online exclusives. Okay, so they are available. Now for the sentiment, I used the sentiment out of the set, and then I used another online exclusive, the Textured Notes dies, to cut them out. So you get all different textures for each layer, which I love. And for the designer series paper, I'm just going to tell you what I used. For both backgrounds, I have used the Country Woods paper, and for this woven calico texture, I have used the Woven Textures Designer Series paper that goes with the Textured Notes dies. So I had a lot of fun sharing this card with you. If you're not quite as heavy-handed as what I was, you get a look like this. If you just want it more heavy, you can get a look like this. Now, another thing I could add is Winker Stella to the individual flowers. I think that would look lovely. So that is my original. Well, not my original actually, because I think I still should have done that while I was here and had everything out. Hold on one second. I still had a basket with some of them. So this was my original, the really, really light one. And I still have, what I might do when I pop off, I think I might just cut that out and stick it on. But that was my original. This was the ones I actually gave. And then this one is my super heavy-handed one. Should I put Winker Stella? What do you reckon? Because I've used the shimmer dots. I'm just going for it. I'm not filling in the whole petal. I'm going pretty close, but you know, what's a bit of wink? Since I've gone heavy-handed, I just want to give a little bit more definition to the flowers. And I'm sure, because they're kind of a bit waxy, I'm sure there's a bit of shimmer to them in the sun. I'm sure. Okay, that didn't take much time at all. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can show you that shimmer that I just added. Took me like 2 seconds, didn't it? Let me see. Ah, yes, I can show you the shimmer just by tipping it back. Hopefully. There you go. You can see it. So you can fix a problem by adding a bit of shimmer. So thank you so much for joining me. I promise my next video, well, I can't exactly promise. My plan is for my next video to be the bouquet of flowers kit. Thank you, Glenna. See, dottage in the embellishments and Winker Stella. I think that makes up for any dottage. Glenda, sorry, I've got Glenna and Glenda. Glenda on my Facebook and my Instagram, I do put up a post telling you when I will be live. So we'll normally say I'll be live in 2 hours, and you should be able to see how long ago that post posted. So hopefully that might be helpful for you in working out when I'm live. But it is next week. It will be 12 noon Australian Eastern Standard Time. So yes, oh, my pleasure, Nicole. I had to share my swaps, and here they are. I didn't make like oodles and noodles. I think I made like 15. And like 2 went overseas to 2 people in the room. And Bev got one because we shared accommodation. And then I had a few special ones for some other people. So yes. Yes. Okay, good. I am glad that answer was yes, Susie. So Australian Eastern Time as of next week, because we finish daylight saving on Sunday. Yay! Bev and I will have light when we wake up in the morning, because we've been whinging about getting up in the dark for the last month, because I've been trying to wake up a little earlier. Have I got out of bed any later? Any earlier? No, but I've been awake. Okay, everyone have a great crafty weekend, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye.